Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. Today is our second lecture. In the previous lecture I have already explained you this poetry. There is another sky. Okay, so today we will going to solve the activities. Okay, so here activity solution of there is another sky 2.3. You need to open textbook page number 75. First of all we will going to solve icebreaker, then we will going to solve brainstorming. Clear? Activity 1 here is life is an amalgamation of happy and sad movement. We know life is a blend of happy and sad movement. Think of such movements in your life, pair with your classmate and share both the aspect of life. Here two columns are given, one is one for happy movements and the other is for sad movement. So here for you happy movement would be winning the first prize in a competition, recovering from sickness, going for a picnic. This would be a happy movement for anyone. Sad movement when you are sick, you losing your mobile phone, cycle or wallet, falling sick, misunderstanding with your close one or with your best. This would be a sad movement for anyone. Activity 2. Discuss with your partner and find proverbs, idioms or phrases of similar meaning to be one given and fill them in the star givens below. Every cloud has a silver lining. So here you need to write any items, proverb or phrase related to this. You can say proverb. Only in darkness can you see the stars. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, stars hoping against hope. Clear? Next, when we look at the sky, we find several objects, students. They stand for something or the other. Complete the following table given below by finding the significance, that means importance of the given object. One example is given to you. Celestial body, that means of several sun, moon, rainbow, stars. Association. Now you have to write the importance of every object, every bodies. The sun. Sun is associated with the word power, heat, energy, commitment. Similarly, you have to write about sun, moon, rainbow and stars. Moon, you can say stands for beauty, eclipse, brightness, luminary, Srisrint. The rainbow stands for color, arch, rain, dreams, etc. Stars stands for glittering, twinkling, celebrity. We used to rating stars, ratings, etc. Okay. Activity 4. Colors mentioned in the hexagon given below are associated with something or the other. Discuss with your partner and fill in the blanks. Here colors are given. Each color are associated with something or the other, and here you need to pink refers to baby universal love. Yellow color stands for, you can associate with sunflower. Red refers to signal also. Black refers to darkness. White peace, and blue refers to sky. Now here brainstorming, main activity of the poem. Activity 1 here. Discuss with your partner and complete the web diagram highlighting the sad and gloomy aspect of life mentioned in the first part of the poem. In the first part of the poem, poet has highlighted the sad and gloomy aspect of a life. Right, sad and gloomy aspect of life. Word refers to sad, darkness, faded, gloomy and sad as darkness, faded, silent. These are the words which is highlighted in the first part of the, that is first stanza of the poem, and this refers to the sad and gloomy aspect of life. The poet encouraged her brother in the second part of the poem, okay, by telling him about the brighter side of life and by calling him back, okay. with now make a list of the expression in the poem that mean encouragement. Okay, expression that means student words from the poem that mean encouragement. So brighter garden, one is given here. Okay, because in the second part of the poem, in the second stanza of the poem, poet encourages her brother to come back and to see the brighter side of her life by giving examples of unfading flowers, flowers that never fade, bright be hum. Okay, so these are the word that means encouragement. Through this word, she encourages her brother to come back in the garden of bliss. Activity 3. The poet has described two different shades of human being by using imagery of various forces of nature in the poem. Poet has uses imagery in the poem by you can say of various forces of nature in the poem. Picked out the term or phrases that describe them. Complete the table given below. One is done for me. Poet has described two shades of human life by using imagery by referring to nature in the poem. So you need to pick out the terms or phrases from the poem. That one is done for you. Faded flowers gives feeling sad and gloomy feelings. Unfading flowers, excitement. Silent feel, loneliness. It refers to loneliness. Evergreen leaf, that means freshness. Bright bee here refers to being active. Serene sky, that means calmness and peace. Frost here refers to pain or suffering. So this is very important, student. So you need to remember about the term from nature, word that refers to nature in the poem. Write the feeling associated with it. So we have done here. Again I will repeat. Faded forest refers to sad or gloomy aspect of life. Unfading flowers means excitement. Silent field here refers to loneliness in life. Evergreen leaf means freshness. Bright bee means being active. Serene sky, that means state of being calm and peace. Frost here refers to pain or suffering. Clear? Next, the poem expresses feeling of serenity. Serenity, student, it means, yeah, already said it means state of being calm and peace. Find out the expression from the above poem that express the same. Picked out the example of that means that associated with the feeling of calmness and peace. Picked out the lines from the poem that express the same. So here another is answer is, there is another sky, ever serene and fair. There is another sunshine, a little forest whose leaves is evergreen, unfading flowers. This expression refers to the feeling. Poet here through expresses the feeling of serenity. Next, compare and contrast the two opposing human feelings as expressed by the poet. Student, two opposing human feelings are expressed. Sad, you can say. Happy and sad feelings are expressed here in the. Here, it was possible that the poet's brother, Austin, who was staying in a different place, must have complained of some sadness. So the poet's response to that was to invite her brother to my garden where there was brightness forever. She deliberately used contrasting image of depression and joy from the nature to encourage and inspire her brother who was down with hopelessness. At last, silent, lonely fields, fading flowers and darkness, she presented peaceful sky, bright shine, unfading flowers, buzzing bee, forest with evergreen leaves. All these images represented the human feeling in two opposite worlds. The poet worlds might be an imaginary place, but they could create positivity in a depressed mind. Here, student, I said there are two stanzas in the poem. In the first stanza, poet try, you can say, here the feeling of sadness and gloomy is expressed by different, you can say, by different expression in the poem. Okay, so two opposing human feelings are expressed. In the first stanza, you can say, here poet's brother Austin was sad. He was complaining of that he was finding hopelessness Okay, when here there was complete silent, that means a darkness prevail over there, near there, and she was inviting her brother to come back to her garden of bliss, where there was unfading flowers, means the flowers that never fade, brightness prevail over there. So two opposing human feelings are expressed by the poet. Activity 6. Never mind faded forest roasting. The word faded means here to become dim or faint. The word describes the forest that has become faint or dim in appearance. Now go through the poem again and complete the table. Now describing words faded. Faded here refers to forest. Explanation. The forest have become fade or dim in appearance. Again silent. Silent here refers to field. It is already given in the, you can see student, silent refers to field and fields are lonely. Here in the previous slide we have learned that words and their feelings associated with. So here silent field refers to loneliness. So you have to write the expression that fields are lonely. Unfading. Unfading refers to flowers. Unfading flowers never fade with time, as if they are in paradise, because here it refers to paradise. Imagery world means another place here refers to another world, that is paradise. So unfading flowers never fade in with time, as they are in paradise. Bright refers to bee, and here bright bee, here this word refers to bright bee means being active. So bee is happy and active, expressing its hopefulness. So it is very important, student, you need to understand, you need to memorize that different expression refers to what kind of feeling is referred by the poem through different describing words. Here I hear the bright bee hum. The poet has used the word hum that indicate the sound made by the bee. So when the sound is expressed, so this figure of speech is, student, you have already done in your 10th standard, you are quite familiar with different figures of speech. So whenever the sound is repeated in the line, so the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. So in this way poet has used different figures of speech like alliteration, inversion, hyperbole in the poem. You need to identify, you need to pick out the line from the poem that indicate alliteration, inversion and hyperbole. Clear? First, alliteration. Now the faded flowers. When the sound of the letter is repeated, the figure of speech is alliteration. When the sound of alphabet is repeated, the figure of speech is alliteration. You are quite familiar with the figure of speech, student. So faded flowers, here the sound of the letter F is repeated for poetic effect. Now picked out another line that refers to alliteration, that is bright bee. Again the sound of the letter B is repeated. Sorry student, here by mistake T is given. Here the sound, so it's an error. So sound of the letter B is repeated for poetic effect. Now hyperbole. Hyperbole when the sentence is exaggerated, when there is an exaggerated statement, the figure of speech is hyperbole. In its unfading flowers. Student, flowers always used to fade. Unfading flowers here means that only the flower which is there, which will be there in the paradise, it never fade with time. But unfading flowers is an exaggerated statement. Therefore flowers do fade with time. Only the flower which will be there in paradise, it will never fade. Okay. So the poet makes use of the exaggerated statements that in its unfading flower. Now metaphor. Student, apart from hyperbole, onomatopoeia, there is another figure of speech. There are 2-3 more figure of speech which is used for poetic effect. Other is metaphor. When there is an indirect comparison between two objects, the figure of speech is metaphor. There is another sky. Student, in the beginning of the explanation of this poem, I have already given you a brief introduction about the title, that what the you can say the line, the title, there is another sky refers to. Another sky is a metaphorical reference to another place, and another place here refers to a paradise, which is, you can say, it's an imagination of the poet. Yes, he imagined another place as a paradise, another world, ideal world, that is paradise. So another sky, the poet indirectly compare another sky with another place, indicating that there is another place for you. Letter toss. Student, letter toss, it's a figure of speech when negative word is used to give a positive strong feeling. Here for example, when not a frost has been. When not a frost has been. A negative word not is used in the statement to emphasize a strong positive feeling. Not a frost is absolutely frost free. Okay. Not a frost, as that means it's absolutely frost free. So a negative word is used to give a positive feeling. Repetition. Repetition, that means when the word is repeated, the figure of speech is repetition. Student, remember that always student used to make mistake in spelling. It is repetition. Repetition. So an example from the poem is, there is another sky and there is another sunshine. The expressions are repeated to show the positive alternative. There is another. So expression words are repeated to show positive alternative. Again another example, never mind faded forest or still never mind silent. Again expressions are repeated to emphasizes the poet's intention. Inversion. Inversion, words are not in a correct prose order. Okay, so when in inversion we used to correct the order. For example, where not a frost has been. The words are not in a correct order, student. The word order is changed for poetic effect. Clear? Prithvi, my brother, into my garden come. Again, the words are not in a correct order, student. Therefore, the figure of speech is inversion. Okay, what explanation you need to write? The word order is changed for poetic effect. Clear, student? Now, next activity 8. Let's compose a poem. 2 lines are given at 2 of you. Student, you need to compose a line on your own. Here there is another 2 lines are given. There is another sky ever serene and fair, ever calm and fair. Now you need to continue. So I have written, there is no darkness anywhere as colorful butterflies dance on flowers everywhere. Clear? So 2 you need to compose. 2 lines is given. 2 lines you need to compose in this manner. Student, activity 9. Here given below is a poem by Mark Hustin, Blue Sky. Imagine a poem of a similar kind by replacing the word blue. Here the poem is given. You need to replace the word blue by another word. You can add any color or object of your choice and write a poem of your. Instead of blue color, you need to change color, or you can write any object in place of blue. Write a poem of flow line. I will read. Blue sky above me, blue sky below me, blue sky all around me, and as far the eyes can see. I have risen, and without even having to try, I have reached beyond my grasp, and I have touched the sky. Yeah, this is the poem. Now instead of word blue, you need to write another color or any object of your choice, and you need to compose a poem. Here example, how you will going to replace blue with. Blue sky above me. So you will going to write starry sky above me. An object here it is used. Blue sky above me. Now again cloudy sky above me. Compose a poem of 4 lines. Bright sky above me fills me with happiness and glee. Seeing the starry sky above me, no darkness as far as I can see. So here I have changed the word. Okay, I have used various object in place of a color blue. So here similarly you have to do this. So in the blue you can see, students, a poem which is written in this manner. So read it thrice and compose it. You can say add any color object of your choice and compose a poem of 4 lines. It is very important in your board exam also, student, such kind of question asked. Okay, so you need to practice it thoroughly. Okay. Next, the poet described the beauty of nature in this poem. Make a list of careers that are related to nature, environment and forest. One is done for you. Student, various career is related to nature, environment and forest. For example, forest department, forest officer. Geologist, wildlife photographers related to nature, botanist, forest, zoologist related to animal and all, okay, environmental engineer, environmental lawyer. So this is the list of the career that are related to nature, environment and forest.